So you guys have a little hangover. That's a big hangover. Yeah. Vodka and Jack and Blue Castle. You know what? I'm not gonna quit drinking, man. Fuck it. So let's see my last video blog on the Ninja Scroll Bus Train. My thoughts. I went a little bit over aggressively excited. But I think we'll get excited over a new Ninja Scroll anime. Wouldn't you guys be? Anyway. Oh, I'll be talking about RoboCop Part 1. I will never talk about Part 2. And I will never talk about Part 3. Because it's a piece of shit movie. They fuck RoboCop up bad. I don't blame having a remake for next year. Anyway, RoboCop Part 1. OCP, is a corporation. Pretty much runs everything. Fuck it. I think the government was. I think OCP in real life was everything now. Every corporation is an OCP these days. And it has like this new cop named Murphy, Peter Weller. He comes to the police force. Just joined the police force pretty much. Teamed up with Nancy Allen's character, his female partner. They go after these criminals, badass criminals, especially the guy who played the father from that 70s show. You wanna fly, puppy? Yeah. Anyway, they go up against these criminals. Peter Weller's character got shot up by them while the female got knocked out unconsciously on the ground. And then the gang that beat her up actually thought she was dead, but she was alive anyway. And she witnessed the murder of her partner from these gangs. Now, this corporation, OCP, had a new program, while the first program to set law with this big robot named Ed 209 failed. So a guy recommended a program, and this is before this scene, recommended his program for a cyborg, like a cop program, pretty much. Similar to Ed 209, but you have a human part machine. You don't have human, half part machine. Plus, that's where Peter Weller's character comes in. They build him up to become this robot, aka RoboCop. And, he goes out stopping crime. Then he has a nightmare over his death when he was human. And, he's not supposed to have dreams, so people that build him are wondering how he has these dreams. And the female cop recognized who he was. She knows. And then when he goes to the computer, one of the criminals busted, saying that you are dead. Even the criminals that shot him up recognized who he was. So then he could backtracking on who this guy is, who his accomplices is, not accomplices, you know what I mean, like people he was with. And then he recognized one of the lead guy, the main guy who killed him mostly, who started the trouble. And then he also realized who he was. He was Murphy. When Nancy Allen's character told him who he was, his name was Murphy. And he saw the name Murphy, he saw the face, and he realized that was actually him, And he goes and stopped the lead villain, Bonanik, I think his name was. I can't say the guy's name right, but you guys know what I'm talking about, the lead villain. The lead villain of the gang, beat him up, arrested him. Then he goes after the Dick Jones, who's the guy who killed his creator, and he wanted him dead. Ed 209 shooting him up. He had to escape Ed 209. He tricked Ed 209 to walk down the stairs, and he starts squealing. Dick Jones called the cops. The cops was ordered to destroy RoboCop. There's other cops that wanted to defend RoboCop, say this is wrong, but they shot the cops disagree with those cops. Decided, you know what, we gotta shoot them anyway. We gotta want to destroy RoboCop. Nancy Allen's character save RoboCop. And, then the police end up going on strike, criminals running rapid, doing whatever they want. The lead villain of the gang, goes to Dick Jones. Dick Jones wanted him to kill RoboCop because he knows what he did, so he gave him a track of the gun. RoboCop, meanwhile, released the visor, his human face, learned how to shoot the gun better without the visor. Meanwhile, the gangs come into the power plant, going after RoboCop and the female cop, and he had to fight off the gangs, beat them. Awesome scene, by the way. And at the end, of course, once the evil gangs are defeated, RoboCop goes to Dick Jones' headquarters, destroy Ed 209 with a giant cannon gun that Dick Jones gave to the lead villain, and goes up to Dick Jones. Dick Jones put the boss at the president of the company at gunpoint because RoboCop got evidence to stop him now, and then the president knocked Dick Jones out, and RoboCop just fired, and then you get that epic ending when the president of OCP's telling him, "What's your name, son? You know, like, what's your name?" And you would think he was gonna say RoboCop, but he said, "No, his name is Murphy," and he walks out. I mean, this movie is epic, man. The drama, the tense, the action is awesome. The guns, the blood. There's blood and gore in this movie. Come on, with the shooting, especially the drug shootout scene with RoboCop when he arrested the lead villain was awesome. The soundtrack is epic. I love the soundtrack in this movie. The theme song of RoboCop, it makes you want to kick people's asses, bro. You know, it makes you want to be a cop. And RoboCop, the original RoboCop is awesome, and talking about it now because we all know next year's the remake, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope it lives up to the hype. I hope they make it their own though, without overdoing it like a wild zombie type of thing. But yeah, I definitely looking forward to the RoboCop remake. Anyway, guys, peace. My memories of RoboCop. Let me just say, the first time I ever noticed this movie, and I never saw it in the movie theater or rented on VHS at that time, was because when I was in school, right, we had an auditorium where they played movies, and I was seeing never ending story with this too. You know, they had shown never ending story, but they also showed RoboCop, and when I saw the movie in my school in the auditorium in a big projector screen, and I was like, what the hell is going on? What is this? You know, I see commercials, like the fake commercials they show, and the news reporter, and I see like RoboCop. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? You know? And then you see this big cool robot, and this is when I was a kid. I was like, what the fuck? He was shooting the guy, was blood splattering. I was like, wow. And then the RoboCop being built, being pumped, and I was like, I love this movie ever since. First RoboCop. My memories of RoboCop, my first appearance of RoboCop was in my school. Board of Education was good at that time. Show your kids good movies, RoboCop, Part 1. Thank you. Thank you.